Yep, you can't make the big bases. The problem is though, when the maps are that big, you end up not actually needing to go to the other planets, and that was the purpose of the DLC, right? They were trying to force you to explore the other areas and check it out for your own. I can actually put another one here. Maybe that's the play. I actually wouldn't mind another one. We'll go with 5 for right now. If we do need to make the upgrade, we'll make it. I get what they try to do, force you to branch out, yeah. But yeah, give me a one big map and I am happy. Dude, classic start. You know what sucks though? The classic start on Spaced Out DLC is a little bit smaller than the actual base game size. It's very slight, but it is slightly smaller. Still mopping, boys? Always mopping. Always mopping. Yes, even on classic start, it's a little bit smaller than base game. Even on classic start. Yeah, shame there isn't a bigger map mod working on Spaced Out, I believe. Yeah, a lot of the... That might have to do with the mod maker not actually maintaining it. But yeah, that is a problem. That is a problem. There used to be mini base mod. I don't believe that works anymore. A lot of the old base game challenges, that was pretty cool. Feels bad that they haven't been updated for the DLC. I would imagine it's pretty hard to update those due to the fact of they added a lot of things, right? In the DLC that it's like probably they couldn't maybe code it. I don't know. I do like a lot of the mods. I play with very few, actually. Nothing wrong with the mods though. Nothing wrong with the mods. Alright, so the dupes is still working. We're working on that. And we do have power. Alright, so we should start incubating. Like, you know, Thug Life. Incubate, copy, paste. And then we're just going to open this area. We're going to allow the dupes to grab the eggs from here. And then temporarily. Probably want to make this a high priority. And then hopefully they just auto-wrangle. Take this into here. Copy. That's going to be fine. Take this copy to here. This power line probably just extends. Alright. I actually kind of like the smaller maps. The smaller maps is more of a challenge. I would say that if you want more of a harder playthrough, because you actually have to accommodate space at that point, the smaller maps are great for that. But I will say that for new players, they want the bigger maps because you live longer. The early game timer before you lose the game is a lot longer on the larger maps, right? You have a lot more resources that allow you to basically make the mistakes and learn the game. Because it's like, oh yeah, you know, I couldn't get to build a spawn because I didn't have enough algae for me to survive, right? Things like that. And then it's like, oh, I messed up my first spawn. And since I messed up my first spawn, I couldn't actually do anything anymore. Like I've seen problems like that. Like, you know, the people they try really hard and yeah. They just have you know, they have a bad time because they just got unlucky. Oh, I didn't know the oxygen was hot, and then my pumps broke, and then I didn't have oxygen anymore, and then we lost. That's probably something that's pretty common, I imagine. I came so close to losing this map to getting my spawn up too slow. Yeah. Right? That's a problem with the smaller maps. Your amount of time that you have to actually stabilize in oxygen that you need to do before you can approach the mid game is a lot shorter, and players aren't used to that. Digging could solve all problems for a long time. Not on this. No. We're talking about spaced out DLC size versus classic size, right? You're not wrong, but on the spaced out map, you dig out the map really fast, and because of that, you don't have a lot of resources to survive. That's the issue. But you're all right. Most of the time, digging and exploring the other biomes for resources that you could probably convert is usually the answer. You ain't wrong. That's most of the time the correct answer. You need to do exploration. I've had times when I've ran out of algae without noticing until I saw a message that people were suffocating. So I had to put in the algae production with slime until I got the spawn up and running. Yeah, that's actually why one of the things I put in my resource tab in the beginning is algae. You want to keep an eye on your algae resource. That's going to be a big tip, man. Well, maybe it's not a tip. It's just something I like to do. This is back to 20. This is back to 19. So I am going to build some ice temp ship plates here. Pakus were greedy. Pakus can be fed seeds now, Thorbane. So I have a Paku ranch right now. And we're feeding them mealwood seeds. Because I've been living off of mealwood for the beginning of the game. Cycle 999. Max level, boys. So we feed them out. We feed them mealwood seeds. And they're happy. They eat every seed in the game now. But watch out. They will also eat wart seeds, I believe. So you could lose your Wheezewort to these guys. They also eat Sporkids. Hey, that's Pog, dude. Yep, you don't feed Paku algae anymore. Only if you're trying to tame them faster. Seeds take 7 times as long to tame. It's a difference between, I think it's 5 cycles versus 35 cycles. Algae is very short window to tame Paku. Seeds take 35 cycles, I believe. But yeah, it's kind of a problem. If you have only seeds feeding them, it takes you a while to convert them. But once you do get them tame, feeding them seeds maintains everything. And it takes them a long time to go through it. Alright, we got the research done. Sweet. Cryroll fuel combustion, we'll get this started. Solid cargo, liquid cargo, gas cargo. That is for if I want to start grabbing resources. That's not going to matter. This is actually what I'm going to beeline to. We're going to need the things for that, right? Okay, so now that means I don't need the steam rocket anymore. Sweet. What's the ratio on them producing eggs to dying? They make 13 eggs every time. They born, become an adult, and then die. So they give you 2 eggs every 3 cycles, and they give you around 13 eggs in their life cycle, assuming that they're constantly fed, which they should be. So yeah, it's a lot of eggs. 13 eggs. That's good. Yeah, Pakus are amazing. Pakus are amazing. They're one of the better food sources in this game. Alright, so we really do need to get this rolling. And the game is not helping me out, man. I need to get rid of all the other liquids. We need to remove this window tile so that the oil spills out. I need to mop this up. I need to mop that up. We have no more liquids over here. Alright. Good news is that we're dumping out the oil. The problem is that we need more space. We need more space. The butchering mod. That's a mod? I've never heard of that mod. What does it do? Don't butcher the pips, dude. That's not humane. Nice. Mopped up most of the liquids. Now we just got to move it out. All the oil down here needs to get removed. Oh, you get a butchering machine, so you don't have to set up kill boxes. Alright, spill out, please. We need this to be clean. Oh, it's not going to spill out all the way, huh? Feels bad. Okay, we got to remove the mesh tiles. Eventually, there's going to be, what, 300 grams on it? It'd be like that sometimes. Oof, man, that mod. Alright, so we can mop up more liquid. I just don't think it helps us. At this point, the fastest thing to get rid of this is probably mining out the ice. That kind of sucks. I don't want to do that. But it's probably the best way to do this. Alright, what can you do, right? 4 tiles, 4 tiles. We're going to have to mine out as much as the ice as we can. I mean, we're going to eventually have to do this anyways. I don't know if we could reach everything there. But we need to just start setting this up. I don't want to take too long. So we're just going to start trimming out the top. Has to be done, man. Has to be done. I use that, put in my ranches, and away I go. I see you. I see you. Alright, so we could move the water out. We still mop in here. Alright, so we need to sweep this water. Because there is a spot we could sweep to. Alright, can I sweep liquids for now? Just all of them in general? I gotta clean this up. All the bottles in here gotta go. Alright, uncheck that. So we got that. I need to mop this tile. Yeah, I have to wait for that to be deconstructed. Alright, gas levels. Alright, a little bit of oxygen is starting to get crushed. Hopefully it's not that bad. We're still crushing chlorine, though. I guess it's fine. Chlorine, CO2. And then this just gets rid of all gases. Might actually want to remove this soon, though. Oh, you know what? Let's just stop it. So it's constantly just green. Because I think we were waiting for the gas to actually spill out from the top still. Yeah, we are. Alright, that got mopped up. Can't be mad. I want to spill more water, but I should wait. Alright, so looking at this right now... I think yeah, there's nothing I could do. I have to mine out the ice right here. That has to be the solution, from what I could tell. Alright, so away they go. Mine everything out. My dupes. Y'all got this. Y'all got this. So we're going to have to strip our rocket now, because it's no longer going to be necessary. So... Oh, this ladder was unnecessary. We're still going to move the things to the other side, though. So let's remove this. That's all I have to go. And then we will do that so that we could remove the automation here. Move the switch as well. Not bad, not bad. Idle dupes. Everything is upgraded, right? Everything's a bedroom now? Because I put one picture in there. Yeah. Nice. Okay. So they're going to be hatching the eggs now, incubating the setup. This has to be, I think we just have all critter eggs, so hatch. No, just the ones we want to do. Stone, hatch, smooth, and sage. It's probably not going to be that often, but, you know, got to account for it. Sage, copy. There we go. So it sweeps, connects into here. Good. Oh, I didn't do overflow. Yes. So this is going to be a bridge. And then this goes like that. That's a lot of oil. Yep, it is. We're trying to remove it, man. Best we can. I figured if you don't use them, but for gantries, how do I place them so they don't overheat? Gantries don't overheat. 2000 degree overheat temperature. If your gantries are overheating, I don't know. I've never actually thought about it, but you don't actually remove the gantries. Oh, I actually removed it. Oh, it feels bad. That was an accident. You're not actually supposed to remove the gantries. I most of the time just leave it there. And I mean, not remove it. You're not supposed to cool it. Because I've never cooled my gantries, and I never had them overheat. They do generate heat, but they're never on, if that makes sense. This is only when they're retracting or extending the platform. It generates a little bit of heat. But otherwise, yeah, I don't cool it down. More often than not, you're just worried about them breaking from having the rocket run through them. That's the only big problem most of the time. Are you running into issues with that? Is your gantries overheating or something? Alright, so we could build the petrol rocket. I don't think it's really going to matter yet. We're still going to remove the command capsule. So I think the best thing we could do now is, even though we're mining this, we need to just start vacuuming out this area. The polluted oxygen is so random. But we're going to need to just start pumping. Something that had a red icon. Something, it was breaking instead of overheating. There we go. So if you don't retract your gantry, it's going to have that problem where when your rocket launches, it breaks the gantry. So that's normally the biggest issue with that people run into. All right, I need to mop this up now. I can't mop that, but hopefully we get it in the mop range. Still got mopping over here to do. And then we're going to basically start having the oil storage go down to the bottom. What's going on, Kisu-kin? I see you over there. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. How are you, Kisu-kin? How is the Fridays? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good one. Ah, sweet. So it's nice and cold now. The thermal range is going to extend up. Keep the other areas nice and temperate. And then we'll have to make probably another pool down here of cold water just to fight the heat that's being generated. Dupes can use broken gantry. I just keep ignoring it. Oh, I see over there, Deepifa. Strats, just like the ladders. The one thing I hate about this, I remember back in the day, I used to just not repair the ladders, right? That gets hit by the meteors. Because you could click disable auto repair, and your dupes still walk on it, right? No problem. The only problem was that you have to manually click each ladder to disable auto repair. That was the thing I hated the most. There's no disable repair button that you could just cover everything. I remember sitting there and just one by one, all the ladders disable, disable, disable. That was such a pain, dude, back in the days. I've always wondered, hey, is there a mod for that? Can I make my life easier? Answer is normally, nah, you can't. Feels bad. Make a mod for it. I don't know how to code, dude. I only know Python, nothing else. Asking me to do coding, man, that's a struggle. I like making it pretty. Still got to work on some other icons and making eventually a long commute somehow, no clue. Yeah, you long commutes, you just put your tubes in, transit tubes. Much love for Python. That's the first language I learned. I didn't learn much beyond the beginner stuff. But yeah, not that, you know, refined my skills for the Python. But there's a mod allowing drag settings. Oh, interesting. I haven't actually... Well, I don't look at mods, right? So that makes sense that I don't know about it. A carbon dioxide, gas, and diamond. Okay, so we moved out the oil. So we could put back the mesh tiles made out of steel. Oh, I put iron there, huh? That was potentially going to melt. Python's my jam. I'll see you guys over there. There's also a mass disable auto repair mod. Oh, that's a mod. Someone actually made it. I've been playing in Ruby lately just to mix it up. Mostly use Perl Python for work. Interesting. I see you over there, Lacey. I myself don't touch a lot of the programs or engines, anything like that. For the most part, it's you know, don't have a reason to work with those things. So I think the last time I did it was back in uni, back when I was a college student still. Still learning my things, still learning the ropes. Okay, so I think everything here is somewhat good if I keep the bottom open. I want to seal this up. I need to move the water out of here still. So that we could start vacuuming the area. That's what I want to do. There's just so much goddamn oil in here. So much oil, man. Alright, so... what's something I could use Insulated tile. I guess that's going to be the play. I don't want to use that, though. Because I don't want the oil to freeze. That's going to be bad news, right? I don't want the oil to freeze. I just made scripts to make my job easier. And then I could do hours of work with a threaded Python script that required no interaction in like 30 minutes. Then I could spend the rest of my day messing around. See, the thing with that is that you can't let your boss know about that because they're going to just give you more work. Hey, man, I heard you streamlined the process. Can you do this for this guy, too? And then you're going to be like, you got to give me a raise. He's like, what do you mean? You're sitting on your ass all day. I'm like, dude, you pay me to do the job that I already did. You know, I'm not trying to wear a lot of hats. But you know how it is, man. The bosses be like that. They're going to exploit the shit out of you. That's just how corporate America works, though. And, of course, every other country. That's just corporations in general. How can I squeeze out every juice of life out of this human being? How can I do this? Oh, dude, you're working hard. Let me give you more work. That way, I look good. Because I get more things done overall. Come on, man. Mind the ice. This is taking forever, dude. My dupes are just so slow. I just got a tile freezing crude oil in Rhyme that had 300,000 kilograms of crude oil. Oh, that's a trap, dude. That's a trap. You should melt that, dead beefa. You should melt that. See what happens. Or tell them to take 3 weeks to make a script, and you just modify an old one in 20 minutes. Get a nice little vacation. See, they're not gonna believe that though. Hey, this guy in IT says you could do it in 2 weeks. And you'd be like, make him do it. Right? Yo, make his ass do it, man. Dude, why are you talking to me? You already found someone better. They think it's like a car salesman when it's not. You're not trying to sell that to them. You already got the job. You know what I'm saying? It's like you already got the job, man. You don't need to audition for anything else. Alright, so we should probably prioritize building this. And then I want to seal this up, but I don't feel like I can yet. And then once we're ready here, we're going to extend this down. So that we could have the oil fall down. And once we do that, I think we're going to be in a pretty good shape. Do I still have broken ladders? Oh, man. Oh. Why is this? Oh, because the meteor shower's coming. Oh, shit. No, that's not good, dude. Close, close, close. I deconstructed the rocket and the doors opened. Oh, man. Yep, that happens because it resets back into the meteor showers. Do you close this door, man? Feels bad? Reverse auction. Whoever offers less, lose and works. Yep. Have you guys ever heard of the soccer team that was known for very strict and, I guess, difficult practice? One of the things that was a quote was, yeah, dude, you guys won. Let's go. As reward, we're going to practice tomorrow. So they would literally reward their players with extra practice. And they thought that was a good reward. It's like, imagine, dude, working your ass to win a game. And then your coach goes, nice, good job, you guys. We'll practice tomorrow just because you guys won. It's like, man, I should have just threw the game at that point, man. Like, damn, extra practice. Come on, man. But it'd be like that sometimes. They don't think it be like it is, man, but it do. I know meteor will come from both left side, right side of the map. Yeah, that's true too. You can't protect yourself from that. I get the regular from there as well. Unless I want to do this. Technically, I believe this works. You just do a horizontal. I mean, a vertical door setup like that. And then it just spawns off map. Bam! In the darkness. More the communication against company between colleagues, less management strat works. Yep, it'd be like that, man. That's the name of the game. Bunker towers work too. Bunker towers work too. Are they cheaper than bunker doors? This is 100. This is 5. It is. These are only 4 tiles wide. So technically, bunker tiles are ideal if you're not planning to open up anything up top. Bunker towers not bad. Bunker tiles not bad. Whoa! How'd you get out here, dude? Look at that. He's grimacing because he's in negative 100 degrees Celsius. He's practicing for the... Oh, yeah, he's out. He's out. He just realized how cold it was. He's practicing for the 100 Kelvin challenge. Nah, he's conditioning himself. You guys know how the people in, like Norway, they'll take ice baths? And then it's because to them, you know, it's not really that cold relative to the temperature that's already there. So they just jump into the ice baths, man. He's conditioning himself, man. Look at that. He's like, since I went into the minus 100, the heat does not affect me anymore. And just grabbing some water, going home. Gotta water the plants, man. You know how it is. Just gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Alright, so we're waiting for that. Ooh, I don't want to mop that out. So the water dropping does help me. So we could remove the ladders for now. We could start removing these ladders as well. I want to just drop the oil. I just don't want it to freeze, and I know it will. He's getting ready to board the Snowpiercer and be sent outside. Dude, man. Did you guys ever heard Neil deGrasse Tyson say that space smells like burnt steak? Feels weird, man. A burnt steak, man, kind of sucks. Because it's like a travesty, you know? They burned the steak. A cow died for that. But somehow space smells like that, dude. It feels weird, man. I don't know how I feel about that. Still mopping. Alright, so... we could seal this. I could seal that. And then I could seal this. And then it's just this liquid. How come no one's able to do this? I guess it's just taking them a while. I need to remove the liquid from here, here, and here, here. Sweep up some of the materials. Oh, this is active? No! Oh, that's bad. Because if it goes inactive when I need it... Oh, okay, we kind of have a... time limit right now, huh? Alright, let's make a suit checkpoint. And we gotta disable it so that we can make our suits right here. Sadly, we don't have enough oxygen, probably, for this area. We might. Alright, we need some more manpower down there. That's really what we need. We need to reduce the amount of oil we have. We need to do some mopping. I need to do some vacuuming. I need to... You know what we could do right now, just to get started? Just start removing, just adding in pumps for right now. This is probably something I need to do anyways. So I should get this started. Alright! Dude, what in the heck? I see you over there, Too Legit City. Oh my god, is that the raid message? God damn it. God damn it. I see you guys in chat. Holy crap. Oben1, what's good? Dark Crystal, Tiradra himself, Two Crazies. Welcome on in, you guys. I see you guys over there in chat. And of course, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid, Mr. Tiradra. How was the stream's chief engineer? I see you as well. I see you guys over there, man. Holy crap. And how was the cities? Oh man, playing some cities, huh, Mr. Tiradra? I'm assuming all vanilla. Is that not a command? Oh, it's I have to spell out shoutouts. Man, these commands, dude, I am so out of date. But thank you so much for the raid, Mr. Tiradra. If you guys don't know Mr. Tiradra, man, he does a lot of simulation games. Plays a little bit of cities, plays a little bit of Kerbal, plays a little bit of Minecraft, plays a little bit of Vampire Survivors. And of course, check the man out. Drop the man a follow. He's a pretty cool guy, man. Has a dog named Sandy. Cities went well, working on the big map, max pop. We just hit 100k and got all the monuments. Next stop, 500k. Good luck, Mr. Taradra. Hopefully you got the best traffic in the world. And no one's house catches on fire. That's going to be a lot of citizens to manage. But dude, that sounds like a big project. Are you going for a world record, man? Biggest city being streamed? Possible. Gotta go for the world records, right? Beating my old record. What was the old record? Do you have an exact count or a ballpark estimate? That's. I would imagine it's pretty wild. Jeez, past 500,000. That's impressive. That is rather impressive. I will say that. My God, 500,000, dude. They are not messing around. So what's the goal this time? 750, or are we just trying to beat it? Either way, though, appreciate the raid, Mr. Taradra. Thank you so much. And of course, we're playing some Oxygen not included right now. My name is Too Legit City. And if you guys don't know me, we do a lot of simulation games, a little bit different simulation games. We do cities. I'm taking a break from that right now. Oxygen not included, and then we're going to be trying out Don't Starve. But right now, what the heck? My goal is 1,048,576. That is a very exact number. Strangely exact. And I'm curious to see if there's any other things with that. Oh, that's actual max because base 2 cities. Interesting. I didn't know that. Is that 2 to the power of 128? Oh, man. What happens afterwards? Does the game just shut off and say you win? Or does the computer catch on fire and then you're forced to close the game? Like, so many questions, man. How does that work? It stops making sims like when you hit any max. Okay. Gotta break cities, gets no point error. Dude, I would imagine, man. I would say that that's not uncommon. If that does happen. Gonna get a crash error. Taradra, you play with autosave on? I know you don't play with a lot of mods, but I'm curious. Do you play with autosave? I suppose it crashed and said you win. I do right now. That's smart. I was gonna say. Normally, you don't play with autosave, but if you're playing vanilla, it's probably worthwhile. Like this autosave lag I'm about to get hit by. And... safe. Nice. Okay. So we do need to make the Aqua Tuner setup right here. This is probably going to want to go this way. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it chugs a little when the autosave hits. Yep, that's a scary thing, man. Autosave's a scary time. Autosave is potentially a very scary time. I turned my autosave up to 5 cycles. I used to do that as well, afternoon. I used to do that as well. I got to the point where I just didn't care anymore. I'm like, hey, how often do we really, like, mess up that badly? Right? It's like, the autosave hasn't really bopped me on the head too many times. It has. Don't get me wrong. Right? There was that one time we cut up all the gas pipes. But it's like, I'm just going to leave the autosave at 1. I'm just going to have to live with the lag. But yeah. I see you over there, Taraja. Big project. Big project. Hope that goes well. And dude, man. I'm going to have to stop by and check it out. Alright, alright. So Mr. Taradra was not a fan of the Onis. It didn't really work in the way that he enjoyed. That's unfortunate. Because Oni is a great game in my opinion. Next Friday is going to be the next Cities Day? Is that what you're talking about, Mr. Taradra? What? No autosaves at all? No, I play with autosaves every cycle. had the hard time with the actually. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. That happens. That happens. That's living life dangerous, Fluon. Hey, man. You gotta give the people who play without autosave extra props sometimes. You gotta give them the extra props. They deserve it, man. Is that gonna be enough? I might have to trim this a little bit lower. Like responsive mode, dude. You can't step away, man. It's dangerous. Every time you step away, it's potentially mad dangerous. So that's fine. Now it's backing up, huh? I don't have any other oxygen lines, so I probably bop this. Instead of pressuring this area like that. We have this dedicated to the suits. Hopefully we're going to be able to keep up. Alright, so we turn that off so that they don't take off the suits. And then after this is ready, we'll turn it on and then ladder down. Should be okay. And then what we need afterwards is going to be juice for these pumps. So, theoretically, we could get 8 pumps, right? Either way, we're going to have to use some manual gens for that. Build some power spines. Not really. Just going to build a little bit of power for these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to have 2 wheel runners, 1 battery. And then we still have polluted water in here that off-gasses. That feels bad. But once we get this mine down, we just drop all the water down, all the oil down. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit easier. Is there anything more I could mine? I could probably mine this out. Very little bit of water, though. Right here wouldn't be bad. These dips for the water expansion. Let's actually do 1 thick layer. Like that for the ice, and by doing it that way, I'm hoping that the ice kind of warms up and then we chill out the oil, because the abyssalite being 1 tile thin usually is a factor for this. So we'll try to do that a little bit. Not bad. And then we really do need to bop this out right here. Alright, so I need to keep this due to the fact that we use that to climb up. And then I probably want to do that. Oh, I can't mine that. And then here, here, which means this. This also gets mined. Okay, cool. So there's oil here, which should not be. So I need to push that out. So it's here, here. This is mesh, so there's oil on that tile. We got to push that out. This is going to have to be diamond window. So we could push the materials out that way into here. Put the ladder back. These 2 tiles aren't needed anymore. Off to Uber, sir. Have a good night and take care of the crew. Appreciate the raid, Mr. Toronto, with the big raid. Hope you have a good one on the Ubers. I recently took an Uber for the first time, and I don't know, man. It was dead silent. The guy didn't talk to me at all. Is that normal? Is that what the people want? I don't know how that works. But hey, hope you have a nice drive. Hope you get some good customers. Hope they tip well, man. But yeah, man, I got in. The guy was driving a Tesla because, well, I mean, that's probably the best car to Uber in. And then he didn't say a single thing. He's like, hey, this you? I'm like, that's me. He's like, all right, cool. And then silent. And then on the way out, I'm like, hey, thanks. He's like, yeah, thanks. And then that was it. Like, that's it, man. The entire time. I just sat in the back seat, watched the LA smog from the view of a car. And that was kind of it. That was kind of it. I don't want to chit-chat with them. I feel that. I feel that. It's kind of weird, man. You're just in a car and it's just dead silent. I'm just kind of like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. But yo, appreciate the raid, Mr. Raja. We'll take care of your community. And of course, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, because I am happy to help. Hey, in Hungary, if you take the front seat, it means you want to speak. If you take the rear one, it means you want silence. Oh, is that? So that was my first time taking a Uber, so I don't know if there's any, like, what do you call that? What's that called? When you, have, like, unwritten rules like that. Is there a word for that? Etiquette. There we go. Etiquette. I didn't know that etiquette existed, since it was my first time. But I did sit in the back seat, so maybe they took it as, hey, I just want to be quiet, kind of a thing. Thank you guys for that. What's going on, 3ADL? Hope you're doing good. We're doing all right, man. It's Friday. Can't be mad. Customs. Custom could also work, but I think it's etiquette. I think that's the correct word I was looking for. Good, good. Good to hear. Good to hear. How do you make a balloon? The dupes will make it themselves when they're happy. So make your dupes happy. And then they will get a balloon. So the direct way to doing it is if you go to the bio. Duplicants sometimes have balloon artists as one of their traits. And they do that when they're overjoyed, meaning they have 0 stress. So 0 stress, and they have more morale than they need. So if you go into their status and you go to morale, the right side number right here is 45, is how much they have. And the number on the right side of the slash is a 9. That's how much they need. Since I have 36 more morale than they need, they're kind of happy. So they make balloons. And of course, Xenosai coming in with the 3 months. Thank you so much. Welcome to the city. Welcome back to the city. Hope you enjoy your stay. Appreciate it, Xenosai. Enjoy the emotes, C20 dice ad-free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. But you know what it is. Appreciate the support. Supporting me and the Mamba. 3D, I hope that helps. Alright, so we're still building this out so that we could actually just start moving out all the gas as fast as possible. I probably am ready, though, to deconstruct this. Oh, and this needs to be airflow. Yeah. These two need to be airflow. So I gotta go like this. Uglarvis, what's good? I see you over there. Balloon. Yes, balloons. It's an overjoyed reaction. It's pretty sweet. Especially if you like the dupes having the balloon walking around. They really need to randomize the balloon so we have like different shapes. Like the circular balloon, maybe have one look like a dog that's like from a clown. The, you know, if they're a balloon artist, making the balloon animal should be easy, right? Have that floating around would be tight. I'm just saying, we need a mod for that. Any modders out there, man? Can we get custom balloon art? That'd be pretty cool. Uglarvis, I see you over there. Hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. And of course, dude, happy Fridays. And guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. My name is Too Legit City. Hope you guys enjoy your stay. And of course, welcome to my channel. I want a giraffe balloon. Dude, man, that could be pretty cool. Long necks. Make it yellow. Right now, we are setting up a petroleum boiler. We got to remove all the liquid from here. After that, we need a... I guess I could start setting up the automation. It just takes a lot of time. And we don't have enough idle dupes. You know what? I'll do the automation once we get the second set of suits. And we got to make some extra suits. So let's make 10 extra suits. And then we'll dock this up, get the oxygen in. Oh, we need power. We'll just take the line from the juice right there. Easy does it. How's Geek and not Cthulhu doing? They got into combats. Somehow... Not Cthulhu thought it was smart to jump into the Sandy Shell army holding an egg. He sadly died. And he became one of them. That's both Geek and Not Cthulhu that are not with the yellow eyes in the background. They became infected. And they now swim with the Sandy Shells. I'm just kidding. Everyone's alive. They're chilling. They're chilling. Oh yeah, I forgot. Temperature. 33. This one's growing. Okay, I think we're okay to turn off the space heater. So let's do that. And let's just remove the space heater. I think we have enough temperature range in here now. That's fine. Sounded like a good life. Living with the sandy shells? Dropping crab hammers every now and then? I don't know, man. Maybe that is the good life. Who knows? Alright, so we're growing out our pinch of pepper nuts here. These are growing. Can't be mad. We got to get the auto harvest on, which is nice. And then we got to just keep going all the way up. Pinch of pepper nuts. And then after we do that, we're going to have to put doors here. And then it should be good. I also probably should replace these tiles with airflow. But as it seems, there's no real issue with the gas movement. I guess it's just such a big room that I think we're not going to do anything with that. Yeah, everything's so far so good. Oh, they started painting everything. Nice. Oh, look at that. He's riding a gassy moo, dude. That's pretty cool. We got some new art, huh? Not even mad. Oh, I'm missing a crown molding over here. We need that made out of granite because we have a lot. Gotta get the crown molding, bare minimum. Do you have a monster of a PC running so many dupes? Exclamation point PC or exclamation point specs? I don't know which one works, actually. Oh, yeah, my bad. Nightbot, thank you. My bad. Nightbot had to correct me. Was it PC? Nah, try specs instead. Oh, my bad, dude. Ah, shit. The bots know, dude. They're helping me out. Shout out to the bots. Alright, so this is at 27. The range is a lot better now. We might be able to just trim this entirely and have the water spill out. Okay, so let's deconstruct this. Let's start spilling out the water, because it's not really going to matter anymore. The cold water is already on top. It's a good bot, man. Can't complain. Can't complain. Oh, this is mined out? Okay, so let's go with the last level there. And then we're going to want this. So we'll mine this out, and then we'll have this go straight out. And then we're going to have here be the connection. I don't want the ice to be on top, though. So we have to mine this out so that the ice goes below. And then we should be good. Cold abyssalite shouldn't be a problem. I'm hoping it's not. Dripping out the oil from here, though. We could... I kind of have to keep that there, right? Yeah, it feels bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can't reach. So I have to do the mesh like that first. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, the gas levels are going down, meaning that I should remove this gas crusher now, since this is rolling. Alright, so... making sure there's no liquid inside my airflow tiles, because that's going to be a disaster. Yeah, everything looks good for now. Okay, so this is a sweep. And then we're still mopping up the setup. Is it weird that metal tiles more beautiful in Eyes of Dupe than special decor thing like molding? No, it's not weird. There are some times when you go out, there's how they do the tiling on the ground. It's still flooring, right? But because of the design, it looks a little bit more beautiful. So I could see how that's a thing, right? Because the thing about the molding, though, is that, you know, it's made out of rock still. We have refined metal, baby. I guess they appreciate the material more than what it actually is. If that makes sense. Right? That makes sense, right? It's like, oh, it's not because of the design, it's because of what's making it. So they're like, oh man, that was made with refined metal, man. That's sweet. That's what I'm assuming, right? That's the logic. Like with the statues. Yeah, 100%. The metal statues are always usually a little bit nicer looking, right? Alright, so we're still waiting for this. Feels bad. Still mopping. Still need to sweep. Pipeline is somewhat ready. We have a lot of oil already. 25 tons per tile. Atmos pressure. We do need juice. So we're just going to pull it from this line. And then this line connects to the suits right here. They're not going to be on that often. So I should be okay to just have those running on there. Maybe eventually we'll move it out. Are we out of plastic? I know we have a lot. There's no way I'm out of plastic. Yeah, we have 200 tons still. It's weird that I don't have any. Dude, we almost out of suits right here. That's crazy. And it's because they're always just... How did you get inside without a suit? These guys, man. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Alright, maybe they want more suits. Maybe that's what I need to do. For now, though, it looks like it's okay. Alright, so did we get... Yes, that's all cleaned up, so I can remove this now. I guess I will get ready the engine. So, petroleum engine. We don't need the fuel thruster, so it's going to be offset here. And then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's minimum 5. Oh, wait. I need my fuel tank. Never mind. Liquid fuel tank and oxygen. I'm probably going to have to move this a little bit lower. Yeah, I do need a double oxygen line for that able skewer. You're probably right. Which is why I don't want to extend it. I was thinking about adding more suits, but I was like, I don't have enough O2 here. I don't have enough O2 right there yet. I might have to bring in another line. You're right. Oh, this line that's coming in from the other side could help us out. So, like that, with the logic being here, here, here. And then we need a dock suits here. I probably need 3 lines at the bottom here. The more dupes we have going to the bottom, I think the faster the petroleum boiling line is going to set up. So we need to do that. Have that there. So what we'll probably do is mix up this line to here. Cut this line so that these 6 in the front come from the top. Oh, telescope idle. We got to continue scanning, of course. We're actually almost done scanning. 1, 2, 3, and then it's the last one. Oh no, there's 2 more in between, and then right there. Yeah, it's not that bad. TJ, what's good? I see you over there. Hope you're doing well. How's it going, man? It's Friday, baby. Can't be mad on a Friday. We got the long, viscous water. Have you ever seen thick water before? I assure you, it's the freshest, thick water you've ever seen. But, dude, man, we doing all right. Hope you're doing well as well, TJ. Don't know if you celebrate Thanksgiving, but if you do, hope you had a good one. Just for you, love. Just for you. Anything specific you want to check out? I'd probably go 5 research modules. I'm assuming. No, I'm good. Okay, cool. Any questions, let me know as well. I got you. We wait for the autosave lag. If you guys know anything about having 100 dupe running, it's kind of laggy. 100 dupes. So, we gotta wait. And we're good. Sweet. Alright, so we're removing plastic ladders here. We're gonna remove as much of that as we can. And then, since these tiles are in, most of them are ready. Not all of them, though. We can start removing some of them. And I will run the pipes in between, so it should be fine. Wait a second. What are doors considered in the tool filters? They're buildings? But so are tiles. Oh, that sucks. That doesn't help me. Ah, that sucks. I actually have to single click. I have to single click because it's the same category as the tiles. That's very unfortunate. Actually, no. I have a strat. Go like this. And then I go like this. But I have to pause while doing this. This is the only downside. And then we go like this. Dude, so many doors for all the sleet wheat. Just because I don't want to have regular farming anymore. The things you do to not have to farm regularly, man. Oh, I missed a layer. Feels bad. Oh, and I bopped this. God damn it, man. And I think we're good. There we go. Sweet, sweet, sweet. That's a huge farm. Yep. How many doors are there? I think it's 20 doors per tile. I might be wrong. Or row. Each row is 20 doors. Go big or go home. Yep. Bottom layer is all the same layer. So it's all going to be sleet wheat. It's all going to be sleet wheat. What's the bottom layer for? So in order to make the natural tile, you have to have the bottom layer. Yeah, you see the lines now. Yeah, so it's here, here, here. It's a little bit offset. And so that because we want to have temperature control, we have to do things a little bit different. Someone is stuck. Nope, they lied to me. Okay, cool. All right, so probably like this. And then we grab that. And then we have radiant piping. Now, all we have to do now is figure out how we want to do this. And we probably have this go like that. Actually, let's not do that yet. That's huge. 400 wheat. Yeah. I want to get away from all the mealwood we're farming, dude. No more mealwood, dude. One day, we will no longer be living off of mealwood. Well, I say that, but we have a mealwood farm on the left side. One day, we will get away from all that. And when we do, it's going to be a good time. I know, I need to figure out how I want to do it. 2 mil of mule lice? No. I have a lot of supplementary food. Dreco Ranch for meat. Hatch Ranch for meat. Paku Ranch for meat. Shovel Ranch for meat. Wild arbor trees. Wild mealwood. Ethanol from arbor trees. And then we get polluted dirt that we refine into regular dirt. And that goes into the mealwood. So if we could get away from the mealwood, the dirt will go into the shovels instead. But they eat way too much. I'm going to need at least 200... Well, I'm going to need at least 200 tons of dirt before I'm starting to breed them again. But once we breed enough of them, we're not going to need anything else. Since they just provide way too much food. Oh, I can't reach that. Alright, let's put a ladder right there. Alright, let's just wait. Because what I was thinking about is how are we going to do the radiant piping is what I want to figure out. But it's probably going to be easier to do the radiant piping after we deconstruct all the tiles, so I don't accidentally deconstruct the piping. So I think we need to just make the natural tiles first. That being said, we need to continue some of the door layouts. So we won't have one here. So those will be fine. This is going to be sweepy. Yeah, so we're waiting on that. That should be fine. We need to keep this ladder there just to get up. Oh, that means this misses a door. That's fine. So that means instead of here, we grab these two. Because I need to use that for a ladder to get into this area. Oh, that also means Sweepy gets compromised. Unless I want to go up from the top. Ooh, that's a good question. This is hot, polluted oxygen. 500-degree polluted oxygen. Ah, man. I don't want to use this at all. 500-degree polluted oxygen. We have the 60-degree oxygen, and we tapped into it already. 60-degree polluted oxygen. I'm using that, right, with a nice setup. So this is easy, because it's only at 60. We just run an aqua tuner on it, get some deodorizers, easy money. Get the nice gas flow. But the other one, yeah, I'm not going to want to do that, man. So you know what we'll do? Let's crack it open halfway so we could run across the top, right? And then we'll keep it closed from there on out. It's too hot. Yep, too hot. They don't think it be like it is, man, but it do. Sometimes it be a little bit too hot sometimes. Alright, gotta let the dupes work. Gotta let the dupes work. Alright, so the bottom of the map is what we should be paying attention to. Oxygen should be on its way. This is going to be cut like this. And then cut like that. And then I should remove these. And then have that straight down. Sweet. So now the front 3 of both lines is going to have a separate line, while the back lines have a separate line. Alright, that's going to be pretty good. We'll have to wait for that. And then we'll turn that on and get this rolling soon. And then back to here. Yes, so we are somewhat done. So we need to go for this, and then we'll leave that open. This is going to be cold oxygen, but it should not be enough to freeze the oil. Outside of that, let me look at my liquids. This is clean. This needed to be okay, which it is. Carbon dioxide. We can remove the tiles now. The bottles of water are gone, which is really good. And then airflow here. This is not going to break. I need to put my door automation here. Make that into... Well, actually, we'll think about that later. I need to give them access through here again. No, I need to mop up the water first. There's still so much goddamn water on this area. It's never going to spill through enough, huh? And then I need to start vacuuming the CO2 before I uncap the volcano. Take the thimbleweed seed? No, let's reject everybody for now. I could take more dupes, actually. I have a lot of food. 1 million pickled meal lice. But I need to get away from that. You know what? We have a lot of cooked seafood, so we're going to stop allowing the cooked seafood to be shipped directly. Is this active yet? Dormant still. Oh, we don't have enough natural gas, that's why, right? For surf and turf? Feels bad. Alright, so let's take this, copy, paste. And then this needs to do the gas pipeline a little bit better. Yes, so we do... So we do this, we do that. This is not really right, though. Yeah, it should actually go through. This goes in that way. And then that means this is removed. And then I need the gas pipes to go like this. So this is gone, which means I remove that. Alright, that should be fine. And that's going to be our natural gas storage to buffer the gas range. We could also just not use natural gas for the power source at all. I have a lot stockpiled, so it's not too bad. This is a Arboria start with a frozen core and a subsurface ocean. I did not choose to have that. I random RNG rolled it and got that as my asteroid. So I don't know if that's good or bad. I just know that's what I have. It is what it is. Alright, so once these guys hatch and do well, That might have been, yeah, that's actually pretty good. We're moving the eggs from here into here. And then we could sweep everything out. Everything's good. Just to double check. 96 tiles, 96 tiles. Not bad, not bad. So we don't need the extra suit line, but I might want to make another suit line right now, going to the left and going up. So we go up this way and go up that way. That's what I'm thinking. We have a lot of space up top still, that's why. Yo, autosave lag. There we go. Alrighty, so... Oh, this is done? Okay, so we could actually build the mechanized airlock now for the regolith crusher setup, and I'm lagging. Feels bad. I have to single click this, man. Because I'm lagging. Oh, no. Wait. Is this not lined up properly? Oh, it's not. Okay. That's fine. We just need it to line up. Make that okay. We don't need power yet. We already have solar power. This has to be a separate battery bank. Can't be the same one. And then this is going to power the other bunker tiles up top. And then we'll have to make another space scanner right here. Just so that we have good range. Good coverage. Okay, so everything there should be fine. I need to do another rocket fuel calculator so I could kind of future-proof how our rocket's going to be for the setup that we're going to do right now. So, yeah, the dupes are working on that. Okay, so let's check out the Oni fuel calculator really quick. That's a nice space. Thank you, thank you. All right, so the big thing is I need to find rare resources. So here we have fullerene and iso resin. So we could start going to there and start using that as a pickup of the resources. This has fullerene, no iso resin. This is iso resin and fullerene. Okay. So we need to scout these two. Okay, so we need to go at least 70,000 for the bulk of the scanning. And then afterwards, we can make something for the longer ones afterwards. So I need to do 70,000 range. And then petroleum rocket. Let's go with 5 sightseeing modules for speed. So that we get the objectives done. Really nice base, appreciate that. And then we're probably going to have to use... We're not going to have liquid oxygen. We're going to have to use oxalate. So we're able to go into all of that. Okay. And it's going to be 1 oxidizer, 3 fuel tanks. Okay, cool. So if I want to go down to 2 fuel tanks... It's 60,000. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to go with a 1... Okay, if I do 1, 5, 4, 3. Okay, so I could do a 1 fuel tank setup if I'm only going to 30,000, which is these 4. All right, let's just do 2. That goes up to 60, which is probably future-proof. Probably build 2 of those. So that's going to mean engine, 2 fuel tanks, 1 oxidizer, 5 research modules, and then we have the command capsule. That's 10 modules, which is going to be 50 tiles. Oh, that's not bad. We can actually fit that here. Yeah, it's actually not bad, because it's 5 tiles wide, right? Yeah, so we could do that. We could just keep this setup. So, petroleum engine, steel, have that offset to the right. Use the right side. I guess we could build things from the left, and then I want the gantry on the right. So it's going to be a oxidizer first, because I need to be able to reach it with my dupes. And then liquid fuel tank afterwards, because it's piped in. And then, of course, the research modules. So we get data banks. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have the command capsule up top. Gonna have this. Gonna have that, and then we'll have the gantry here as well. Want to make sure we reach the center, and then not in the liftoff range. That's gonna be pretty good. And after that, we're just gonna need a steel power cable into that, so it doesn't melt, of course. I'm hoping this is fine, and then we'll just pull out a regular iron line, kind of like this. Kind of just go for what we were doing before. Cool, cool. Wait for the dupes to build that, because we need it. The heat, the energy, the steam here really doesn't matter. We also need to continue mining this out. So let's go with another trim. Trim this out. We should basically move as much out as we can, but it's kind of a pain. It keeps adding regolith in from the sun. I'm probably going to want to set up another rocket. So given how this lines up, we use 2 doors, and then we have 1 gantry set up here. I probably use another 2 doors for another rocket setup, which means my rocket's going to be lined up to here. So let's cancel that. Let me line this up, because it's going to be the same rocket. And we're going to do it like that. So from there, I'm probably going to want to break through here and then do this. Just so that we have space to move around. All this gas right here is ideally going to dissipate once we just crack the ceiling. Not bad, not bad. Rockets coming in. We're going to build a second one once we mine out this area. Build out another door crusher for another scanner. So scanner, rocket, rocket, another scanner on this side for this rocket. Yeah. Ice is still there. It's doing all right. The liquid storage is not maxed out yet, although a lot of the liquid is not really in a good spot. Is there any more ethanol? Anything like that? Oh, 800. That's not bad. 38. Oh, that's very little. 660. Water, polluted water brine is the majority of it, which is pretty fine. Okay, so we're still waiting on the build. No one got confined yet, which is impressive, because this is a trap, basically. Duplicants typically build on top of their own heads and get themselves stuck. So, you know, it is what it is. But they're doing pretty well right now. No one's getting stuck. And of course, guys, if you guys have any questions in chat, if you guys don't understand what's going on, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask, because I am happy to help. Make it easier for you guys to understand. Make it so that you guys know what's going on. It's going to make it so that, you know, it's going to be easier to watch. I hate the way the dupes break their heads into their own wall. 100%. Alright, we got to remove this ladder so that we're going to keep that ladder, though. We're going to put airflows right here. That's going to be part of the design. This is fine. This actually doesn't need to be there. We're going to remove that tile. Same thing with this tile. And then did we get this set up? It's still filling up with oxygen, but it's getting there. Yeah, the suit lines are actually being used now, which is pretty great. I could probably also do this now then, as a result. So make it so that this goes directly into here, and then this line is coming from the other line. So this is a more dedicated line to suits. I probably need that. Probably helps out too. This guy is struggling, though. This guy's struggling. How do you manage the morale of your 109 dupes? It comes down to probably this setup. Right here. You know what this is? This is a nature reserve shower. So, you get the bonus of the nature reserve, which is 6 morale, and you get that 6 morale every time you walk into that. And I make the dupes shower every day on the schedule. Bath time. And then I have enough baths or enough showers for everyone in the schedule. So the moment they wake up, they're going to be able to hop into the shower. And then showering also gives you 3 morale. So that's 9 morale in and of itself. And then my other rooms, bedroom, 2 morale, that's 11. Washroom, that's another 2 morale, that's 13. Great Hall, this is 6 morale. So that's 19. We have a rec room, doesn't do anything, but they get to dance, play video games. That gives them 3 morale as well, depending on what they do, or 2. But that's easily 19 morale, and then we get 21 or 22, depending on which building they use. And then that's not even considered the food choice they have. So the different food options you have, the different types of morale bonuses you get, so it goes up to probably around plus 30, because I do have cooked fish, barbecue, surf and turf, right? So, you know, I don't have to show this to you. It's because it's mad laggy. But some of the food options we have, like this is 8 morale, this is 8 morale. We also have pepper bread, 16 morale, surf and turf, and other things as well. But yeah, you can see right here, pickled meal lice, lettuce, omelets, cooked seafood, excellent fruit barbecue, muckroot. Yeah, they're eating all the nice food first. So all the surf and turf, all the mushroom wraps are already gone. And then, yeah, we're making this forever right here. Cooked forever. Pepper bread is, I'm not going to turn this on. You can see we have a lot of sleet wheat grain. Pepper bread is my emergency food. I only actually make this when I run out of calories, which right now we're actually doing great. So I don't actually have to worry about that. But yeah, we're growing our pinch pepper nuts here. And then we're going to be growing sleet wheat at the bottom. How do you, with the pipsqueak to plant them? Yes, I use the pips. These little guys, you could see that 2 of them are still in here from when they were planting the Joya seeds. And then over here as well, you can see that my pip over here is going to be planting my pinch pepper nuts. I have a pip on the bottom left, planting in mealwood. Right? We got a cuddle baby. This guy is so cute. Got the long ears, man. Just wants hugs all day. It's a good time. And then we're going to keep expanding. Keep going all the way down. Huh? Full line for 10 suits, ideally. Never really tried min-max layout. Oh, interesting. 10 suits, huh? Never actually did the math for that. I have just realized now how big of a gap there is between me as a new Oni player and you as an Elder. That's a great statement, Exemplar. The better thing you should use as time scale is playtime. I have 2,500 hours at least. I actually have more than that. I don't know my exact amount, but I went over that a while ago already. So I have over 2,500 hours on this. And then if you were to compare how much game time you have, yeah, that gap is easier visualized if you actually count the hours. And the food you eat as well with the vast food choices, yep, 100%. Same here, Exemplar. So if you guys have questions, man, feel free to ask. I'm happy to help you guys out. If there's anything that's going on that you don't understand or want to try to emulate, something that's really good to probably check out is my food storage. So my food storage is actually how I make sure none of my food actually rots. And this is perpetual, meaning that it's perfect. That means if I hover over my barbecue, we have deep freeze and sterile atmosphere. So if you hover over freshness, there is 0 decay, meaning that it's never going to spoil. And yeah, this is probably the biggest thing outside of probably generating oxygen, right? We have a natural separation gas pump setup, infinite storage. You can see that we have, a lot of oxygen and hydrogen in here with a nice setup. Outside of building your oxygen setup, food storage is probably going to be the biggest part as a new player. So if you guys want to learn anything or if you guys are curious, let me know. Outside of that, hope you guys enjoyed the content. I have 150 hours. Ayy. The game I am on the first time I ever had a dupe hit 100% stress. Oh, yeah, hitting... Dude, what stress reaction was it, TJ? What stress reaction was it? Dude, that happens, man. Don't be sad that it happens, though. It happens. It happened to me, too, when I was doing the max difficulty run. It is what it is. I want hugs all day, too. I see a geek. You gotta give hugs to the cuddle pit, man. That's the name of the game. I try my best to pick up as much as I can in possible little time span. Hey, I got this. Yo, man. If you have any specifics that you're curious about, just let me know. Otherwise, yeah, pick up as much as you can. I got fascinated with the line of suits with the solo oxygen pipe, then realized that it's actually pretty well balanced. Interesting. So 10 suits is not bad, huh? My longest cycle is 300. Then I ran out of algae for oxygen. Yeah, that's typically going to be the first gate or wall you're going to run into. Is you're going to have a way to make oxygen from the get-go in the very beginning of the game. But until you realize that you need to upgrade into a more indefinite design, usually revolves around this building. There's a lot of design, so you don't have to use the design I like to use. You could use whatever you want. You start to actually get to stability the more you upgrade everything from your starter designs. So if you're an experienced player, you probably realize that you could create a sterile environment, right? With CO2. So a lot of the times the popular design is you make a small room like this so that you could put your ration box, and then you keep CO2 in here, right? Having your dupes breathe out, and they'll naturally can't leave because this is a dip, right? This allows you to, you know, keep food storage for a little bit longer, but it's not perfect, right? You still get rotted food and decay. You have to upgrade that. Same thing with having to use your oxygen diffuser. You're going to use algae for oxygen, not knowing that you're going to run out of algae. So for the most part, that upgrade into a stable design, regardless of what you're doing, is going to be very important for a lot of the times. Whether it's something like having the one-way bathroom set up and opening the doors, shower nature reserves, right? Or getting permanent food storage or a permanent oxygen setup, you're going to need that to reach stability and then beat the game. But yeah, that's normally going to be the first big wall you run into. A better oxygen solution. Rite of passage reach? Yeah, man, 100%. I actually forced a dupe to hit their stress reaction for this playthrough. Dude, I've done that as well, just for binge eating. Binge eating is interesting, because you instantly consume 10,000 kcals. It's pretty interesting, man, when that happens. I use hydrogen to deep freeze, but that way is too slow. I just know I could use the freezing ice. It's much faster, and I just follow your design. Gotcha, that be fun. Yeah. You can use hydrogen, you can use CO2, you could use that. I use a vacuum for my food storage. So the lack of a gas is actually sterile, right? Because if I go gas overlay, this is empty. There's no liquid here either. But if I go to breathability, you can see that it's a vacuum. The vacuum allows you to have a sterile environment because there's no gas. So this helps you maintain the sterile environment, and because of how a vacuum works in this game. If you guys didn't know, if you have anything in a vacuum, there is no heat loss. So if I click on the pickled meal lice right here, the temperature just doesn't change. Oh, no, it's changing because they are moving it on the rail. You can see the arrow. My bad. Let me click on something else, like the fried mushrooms. The fried mushrooms are not going to have the temperature change because it's in a vacuum. So because it's in a vacuum, it's basically safe to be on a 1 tile storage system. And then you do that like this. You could see that the dupes could grab the food, eat whatever they want. And then if they have any leftovers, it's on the ground. We don't care. We have too much food. Since, you know what, we broke 3 mil, I'm going to remove a little bit more of the... We're going to remove a little bit more of the mealwood. I probably don't need as much anymore. Let's remove a layer of mealwood. Let's go, boys. But yeah, Debbie, I see you over there. My longest colony was 700, and I ran out of algae, and then I saw your Hydra spawn design, and I love it. I never actually lost a colony or killed a dupe in this game. Impressive. I've killed dupes before, man. I'll actually admit that. I've killed dupes before. You not killing a dupe, that's pretty impressive, man. I gotta be real. That's hard to do. Especially in the very beginning. Or maybe before the dupes die, you just quit the game, and then you make a new save. I could see that happening. So technically, you've never killed anybody. Because it's like, it's hard, man, to not kill a dupe accidentally. Oh, he suffocated. Oh, huge rip. When you read hydrogen and you're supposed to check and get confused, yo, I see you, Vicky. I put it in a vacuum in 1 tile environment. Will not transfer heat to the crude oil. Yep, it's a lot better that way. How do you trap Drecos? That's a great question. So this is the design that I've created that I'm really proud of, because it's why is this a vacuum? They're still stuck though, right? Yeah. So Drecos, how they work in this game is they're scared of water. So if you put water in the pools, they actually don't know what to do. So they get scared, so they don't jump in. So you could see that they're not walking on the back side like that, like Spider-Man or Spider-Pig. That's because of the water lock I have. Let's actually fill that up with a little bit of water. I don't know what's happening there. It should be fast though. So you can see that I do it on both sides. It stops the Drecos from moving. This is my patented best Dreco ranch. You could find this on YouTube. I have a video going over the design. This design that I'm using right now is a little bit better due to the fact that I have a separated refill box and a separated shearing box. The bulk of my plastic's probably right here. But we are using this for both reed fiber and plastic. And of course, you want to use bomb lily if you're growing reed fiber, because bomb lily needs nothing for domestic growth. It's free. This though, it needs dirt. Feels bad, man. And I will say that I do have a cooling loop for this to maintain temperature, which is pretty important. But that's how we track the Dracos. I decided to throw in a mini gas pump because somehow a piece of rock pile fed into my deep freezer. Ooh, Xenosci. I would check to see if all your rails are connected. Because one of the things that can happen is you have something sitting in the loader and it rots inside. Make sure the rails are connected. So this one isn't moving because this loader doesn't have a connection. It's an empty line. So everything is just stuck inside the loader. Luckily for me, I don't have anything alive in there, so it doesn't really matter yet. But yeah, that's one thing to check out. Watch out for that. If you have food just in there, it's going to rot eventually. Nah, it's outside the kitchen. Gotcha. Or whatever the problem is. Hopefully you fixed it, man. I haven't reached the breaking point either. I've only had 3 to 4 colonies. Okay, gotcha. Once the dupes die, I reload the last save to save them. Hey, whatever you gotta do, man. You gotta save the colony. 2 legit strands. Thank you for the plug, Mighty Stooge. Appreciate it. You usually place an ice temperature plate. Has a billion trees. Wait, ice temperature plate to refill water in those. You can. I'm just gonna add water myself though. Thug life. Oh, I'm gonna wait for the autosave lag though. Temp shift plates though, that's true, Leniscus. That helps you regulate temperature. Adds in 800 kilograms of water as well. I just didn't want to add 800 kilograms. It's a little bit much. Needs dirt, feels bad, man. Has a billion trees making dirt. Hey man, we need more dirt. Eventually, once the mealwood's gone, we'll have enough. I've been working on a Draco setup. I see you over there, me. I see you over there. Robo Jumper, what's good? I see you. Hope you're doing well. Happy Fridays. Now, the loader is final time. Okay. In one of my first runs, I breached jungle biome above the base and tried to open all the pockets with chlorine. But then around 10 dupes failed to escape in time and suffocated despite I spent time filling that space with oxygen, preparing to open packets. Dude, that's tough, man. Huge rip for one. That's the worst. When you have an idea, you think something's going to work well, and then, bam, disaster. That's the worst feeling. No clue what it was, but it was a good safety thing. I see you. That was a press F moment, dude. 100%, man. I use temp. Otherwise, I forget to turn off the bottom there. You're right, dude. That's probably smart. I am going to do this, and we're not going to forget. Chat, please remind me. I'm looking away. Oh, we have a lot of idle dupes. Okay. So, since we have idle dupes, I am going to add more bedroom upgrades. Because everyone deserves nice rooms. Everyone deserves the nice rooms, man. Gotta make the upgrades for them. Can't trust myself with bottom emptiers. I feel that, man. There's been way too many times I sabotage myself in this playthrough. Way too many times. Alright, we'll go for that for now. Put it in the Discord. I'll check it out after streams. Unless you want me to check it out right now, me. But thank you. I'll check it out. Apart from using chlorine for a degerming room, is there any use for it? I have tons of it and no idea what to do. Bomb lily specifically needs to be in chlorine. If you want to grow bomb lily, which is going to be the best food for regular Dracos. Because bomb lily literally needs to be in the environment, but does not consume any of it. So once you have enough, you actually don't need that much. The second use for that is going to be utilizing these plants. The Dash's Salt Vine right here consumes chlorine at a rate of 6 grams per second or something like that. I might be wrong, but I believe it's 6 grams per second. So they actually consume chlorine, even when you wild ranch them. And because of that, I have the geyser right here, right? So they're going to consume it, and this is going to produce it. And basically, we have the entire room as chlorine, so that they just never run out of food. Of course, the pinch of pepper nuts don't care. These don't really matter. Pinch of pepper nuts just have to be grown upside down in the right temperature. Oh my god, lol, that's genius. Hey man, this is 2,500 hours. It better be genius. If it's not, man, I gotta check what I did for the last 2,000 hours. Real talk, man. Real talk. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. Spent that much amount of time, it better be sweet. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now for the chlorine. Outside of that, you could feed squeakies. These guys, they eat chlorine and give you bleach stone. Bleach stone can be used on the hand sanitizer. And this is only good in the DLC. In the base game, you don't really need hand sanitizers in any shape or form. But in the DLC, this is nice to have on the rockets, so that you could get the washroom bonus without using a sink. So it's 3 tiles versus 6 tiles. And in the DLC, that actually makes a difference. But in the base game, it's not going to matter. And then the last thing you could use is a building that no one uses, and I wouldn't even recommend utilizing it. It's called the Ore Scrubber. You feed it chlorine, and this removes germs off of your raw ore. Sadly, that doesn't change anything, because germs on raw ore is not deadly or even anything you need to worry about. So this ore scrubber is effectively useless. I hate to say that. But yeah, outside of degermifying liquids, gases, solids, there's the ore scrubber, there's the dash of salt vine, there's the squeaky puff that converts it into bleach stone that goes into a hand sanitizer, which also goes into a water weed. And yeah, bomb load is the last thing. Not looking, forgot it was there. Oh, that reminds me. Did I add water? I did. All right, so we got to turn this off. I read Geek's comment. I reminded myself. Let's go. Isn't it more morale to give them individual rooms? No, you're confusing some of the things. So the morale bonus is tied to the room, right? So you're thinking maybe because I have all the beds together, it's considered a barrack. It's not true. And then you have bedrooms. Bedrooms don't, it says single comfy bed. No, it means at least one comfy bed, because this is a bedroom. So I'm getting the 2 morale bonus. Outside of that, there's no extra bonus for giving them individual rooms, and a lot of people don't know that. They put individual comfy beds in each room for each one of their dupes, not knowing they could stack 4 in a row. You could actually put 7 comfy beds in the same room and still get the bedroom bonus. But it's a little bit weird how that works. Unless you want to check that out, I'm not going to show you guys the layout for that. Since you opened the top of the geyser, could you give up the ladder and add another door? So the rooms are not going to be separated. But I am going to give up the ladder. But instead, it's going to be for different reasons. Yeah, the ladder is going to be there for different reasons, though. Alright, so I do need to remove this. And I do need to remove that. But yeah, the ladder is going to be there for different reasons. I see you, though. And we're not going to be using doors, though. Water's full. Thank you, thank you. Does the hand sanitizer even need to be fed to get the room bonus? So here's the thing. Before, you actually needed bleach stone in order to build the hand sanitizer. That's the problem. So in a recent patch, you could build this without actually filling it up anymore. So yes, now the answer is yes. But before, 2 months ago, before the patch came out, you actually had to use bleach stone, a part of the building recipe, in order to build this. So yes, so as of now, you're right, but before it wasn't like that. Ore scrubber's a really strange thing. Never touch it. Me too. I have never actually touched that. I don't know why. Maybe back in the days, there used to be some issues with that, but there's no usage for it anymore. Ore scrubber is useless. Dream journals, microchips don't have storage. Game experience room. Oh, I already know, right? Microchip storage is the weirdest thing. Wait. That's still not fixed, though? I thought they fixed that. Couldn't you store microchips in your bins? It's under industrial ingredients, right? Vacillator recharge. Oh, I got a recharge. Hey! No, it's not here. Miscellaneous? No. Wow! You actually can't store microchips yet. Oh, that sucks. No, feels bad. Legit didn't even know ore could have germs on it. It's weird. Ore scrubber is weird. I really don't know what the actual purpose of it is. That's like the only thing in this game that doesn't really have purpose. So to me, it's like it's really weird. Misunderstood that. Gotcha, love. I didn't know that, lol. Because it's a single comfy bed, I always thought it was one. Yeah. It's a very big, like, it gets a lot of people. And don't feel bad, because a lot of people still think it's still only one comfy bed per room. Don't worry, man. A lot of people still think that way. So, you know, it's common to get debated by that. And I will say that the wording on that was pretty poor. I mean, the door didn't open a hole because the ladder was there, mate. Wait, what? Wait, hold up. One thing good, keep in mind, read that verify is exactly as described or maybe better. Yeah, the tooltip's not always accurate. That's the thing. Clay should make a single bedroom for more morale. That could be kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Microchip, annoying. The Dupes sometimes drop it on the road. Yeah, it is. It's one of those things. Remnants for when germs mattered. Yeah, back in the day when it was deadly germs. Wait, you do multiple comfy beds per room? Yes. So this is a bedroom that gives you the 2 morale bonus. So Geek says, I mean the door you didn't open. Oh, you're saying right here. No, so I need this tile empty so I could build the sweepy. So sweepy is 2 tiles wide. Which is why I was like that. Because I don't know. I mean, I haven't checked, but I could check right now. Oh, I could build on these 2 tiles. Oh, this tile. Oh, yeah. We're going to put a door there, 100%. We're going to put a door there. Yeah. I gotta remove the ladder now first, though. But yeah. We're going to put a door there. Yeah, I don't know. They should remove the ore scrubber, I think. It's kind of weird, man. Like, we don't need that anymore. So use mechanical doors and deconstruct them and have iron for your natural. There's a lot of things around it, but yes. The logic is, you see how I'm building tiles around it? The logic is a little bit weird to understand, but that's the gist of it, yes. If you're trying to recreate it, you're probably going to want to learn more about it. I will say that. Because you could literally just copy what I'm doing, but there's some specifics about it if you want to try to deviate from what I'm doing. If that makes sense. So, how the game works is that doors have a base tile, right? But this does a 2 tall tile. Now, I don't know why when you deconstruct doors, it becomes a natural tile, but it only works if the base of the tile is surrounded. So when I had the door right here, right, where the iron is at the base, it was surrounded by these tiles. So that when you deconstruct, the center tile becomes a natural tile. We don't know why it happens, but it happens because of that. That means that when you rotate your door, you could also build natural tiles that way as well. However, there's a couple rules for that. If you're not going to want to rotate it, it doesn't matter. But the setup is basically that. You surround the door and then deconstruct it, and then you can remove the tiles afterwards. So many dupes died then, one sneeze and you knew it. Oh man, dude. I actually never played during the slime lung era like that. I haven't. I just knew it existed, but I never really played. Alright, so I need to make sure. Yes, so we could go through here now. We're just going to crack this. I'm going to crack that as well. We're just going to have all the oil fall in. And then I want to probably just ladder down. That's probably the smart plan. They should make me scared of slime lung again. They could bring it back. There's a mod for that. Survive deodorizer, clean oxygen. Yeah, man. So many dupes died then, one sneeze, and you knew. Yeah, the old one. Yeah, internet cut out. The annoying thing about journals is that if you want to make them a planet A and ship to planet B, oh, I never really considered that. They should probably, yeah, that probably needs to be fixed. I see you, Xenocide, with the journals. So that's how you build your nature reserve path, huh? That's genius. Yep. You have to follow the pit planning rules, though. If you're not familiar with that, I would recommend checking it out. Do mesh tiles count for surrounding the door? No, it has to be solid. Has to be solid tiles. So airflow and mesh and pneumatic doors do not count. Has to be solid tiles. You can use natural tiles. So that means if I have neutronium like this, I could have a door like that, and I only need to build these 3 tiles. But you could see that there's another problem. I can't deconstruct because I can't stand on this tile, so I cannot make a natural tile here. I just do natural tile mod. I see you, Mighty Stoosh. That is a thing. Poetagars, what's good? Hope you're doing well. I see you over there. Welcome on in. Happy Fridays. It happens because the 200 kilograms falls into a trap tile and the top is registered as a door. Being closed, can escape, becomes a natural tile. It's weird, though. Can they fix that? Is that going to get patched out? Right? So many questions. Is that going to get patched? How's that going to work? Natural tile mod. I just installed Pit Planet Overlay mod. That's another mod that works too, if you're lazy. I'm just kidding, you guys. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't have a mod for that because I know how it works, but that's because I have way too many hours on this game. So I'm not going to fault you guys if you guys choose to not, you know, learn the mechanic and instead just download the mod. That's fine, dude. It's fine. I'm over here alone, learning my mechanics. Honestly, no idea. Unlikely. It's been in the game forever. It's true. But I mean, I feel like if anyone's going to make a change for a existing mechanic, it would be Clay. Because I feel like they're more willing to experiment. I don't know if that makes sense. But I feel like they're more willing to experiment. And it's like, I like that about Clay, right? That they're willing to experiment, do things that maybe, you know, other companies don't want to do. Because it's been, you know, so long already. Why do we need to fix it? But it's like, look at how food storage was changed, right? Back in the base game, before DLC came out, food storage was just put it in CO2, infinite food storage. Easy does it. And then they made it so that you have to do an extra step. I feel like they're just backlogged, and eventually they might get to it. But yeah, I feel like I wouldn't put it past Clay to actually make something like that. Alright, so I need to start pumping oil from this side, from what I could tell. Is that even a mechanic in the first place? Not really. The door is the only one that does that, so I'm not sure. Not lazy. I just know how it works, but sometimes I have to use lots to calculate it. Okay, okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? Alright, so this is good. I just need to remove... Once we get the ladder here, so we know we're safe, we're going to start mining out this abyssalite, so we have the oil spill in. So I could probably do this, so that we could have the oil just fall down in level. Yeah, the solid tile thing is a mechanic. We can bake to make them. Yeah, to make natural tiles, there's other methods that's a little bit more, you know, it requires a lot of extra steps. And, I mean, it's possible, though. So it's not like you can't do it. It just takes a little bit longer. Dirt cooking lasso works for making natural tiles, but after doing it once, I decided it's not worth it. Yeah, it takes too many steps. And, yeah, I agree. A lot of the times, you're not going to be like, oh, I want to do that. A lot of the times, it's like, oh, it's such a pain. Such a pain, dude. Why do I have to do this? It's like, oh, you wanted a natural farm. Oh, that's right. And then you realize, oh, it was never worth the hassle. Yeah, you gotta run the door strat. It's a good strat. Oh, dude. Move! Move to the outside. You're gonna get stuck. Please move to the outside. Or it happens naturally because the volcano spawns in your slime biome. Xenosign, that sounds like you're speaking from experience. Step 1, go to the Steam Workshop. Step 2, download Natural Tile Mod. I see you, man. I see you. I see you over there, Luniscus. Alright, so I think we're ready to start setting up our automation. So we're going to want to door down, and then we're going to want to enable the building. This is also going to be vacancy only. Alright, so we're also going to need to change the suit docks to priority 8 due to how we want to have the repairs done. And they're going to repair right there. Alright, so let's check out some of the other things while we wait for those changes to be made. We got to add some more pinch of pepper nuts in, make this auto harvest. Alright, I think I need to finally seal this up. So these doors are, I think, gone now. We're going to add these tiles there so we can make a vacuum. We could mop up the oil so it's not a big deal. And then we need to redo, or well, we just need to add a little bit more natural tiles. Oh, I hear you, baby. I know, I know. My kitty cat's awake. You probably saw him move. And he's fiending for attention right now. He wants his head rubs. Have you guys met my kitty Mamba? Have you guys met Mamba? Mamba. Hey, babies. Look at this little boy. He's like, give me my belly rubs. Alright, let me remove the crop filter. Man, this is big. Okay, let me shrink this, move it back. Shrink this, move it back. There we go. Look at him. He's a cutie pie. He wants his head rubs right now. He's like, hey, rub my belly. He's trying to do the expose the belly trap. If you guys are cat owners, y'all know about it. Look at that. I'm rolling on the ground. Where's my belly rubs? And yes, he loves to lick my hands. Mamba. Let me give you back rubs. No? No rubs? Rubs. Belly rubs. Back rubs. And if I stop, he looks at me. Hey. He's waiting for his rubs, man. He's like, dude, that was so good. Why no rubs? Okay, okay. He just wants to play right now. He wants his attention. So Mamba's actually really good when not using his nails. So it looks like he's biting and scratching me. He's not. There's like no marks on my hands. He's a great kitty cat. But he's awake. And we'll put him back on once he goes back to nap. But like Geek said, we have 50 dupes idle. Oh, yeah. We have how many people in here? 1, 2, 3? Because we sealed up the box. So, 1, 2, 3. Y'all can leave now. Let's go. Some fancy hands. Nah, man. They alright. They alright. But that's my kitty cat Mamba. And that's who my emote is based off of. The black cat, the Mamba. All right, so here. Once we seal this up, we could ladder up. So I need a door here. I mean, I could put a tile here already to get ready. And then we're going to seal that up. Since we have idleness, we got to fix that right now. There's also that power line that I have to pull something out towards that. But we're going to get this ready first before we actually add the power line. That's going to be easy. So we still got some deconstructing jobs to do. I hear you. Making my natural tiles. Making the natural tiles. Alright, we're just giving the dupes some jobs so they're not idle. Like Geek said, man, you had how many idle? But everything here is ready, so we're just going to remove everything for now. Another thing is, we're going to fill up this room with carbon dioxide. That sounds weird. It's actually not as weird as it sounds. And then we're going to remove basically everything here. If the oil spills out, we'll just mop it up. And we're going to fill it up with CO2 from the infinite storage. Now, the problem is... Oh, no, we attached the power wire. All right. Let's just attach this. Start moving the gas out. And then we're just going to fill up the room. That's because sleet wheat can grow in carbon dioxide. And that's going to mean that if we don't harvest it and the seeds are on the ground, it's not going to rot. Sterile environment plus cold temperature. So that's going to be how we're going to be growing that. K-Cows is also still good. So let's remove more farms. Because I don't think we need as many. We'll remove another layer as well. Any tips for your first sour gas boiler? Oh, are you using supercoolant or are you using the AETN thermal nullifier? Natural fridge, yep. Which one are you going to be using, Lacey? That's the first question. Supercoolant, okay. I guess the only tip for you is... And thermium is available too. Oh, wow. So that means you actually don't have to worry about that you actually have the option. I was going to say, make sure you use doors and not pumps. I was actually going to recommend that because I was going to say you'll probably have no way of pumping out the hot sour gas. So I was going to say, hope you know how to make a door pump automation. Because that's what I do. I typically just use doors. Push the gas that way and set up an automation. But, you know, if you have thermium, you don't have to do that since you're going to have the option, right? But tips for that, make sure each room is insulated very well. Because you're going to be working with hot temperatures. So a lot of the times, even insulated tiles, they're going to heat up. Which is going to slow down the cooling process after superheating. But outside of that, there's no really big tips if you already know how everything works. What about counterflow cooling or at least losing heat to turbines? That can work. It's an extra step. It's just that gas flow without pumps is just so slow that I don't want to use that strat. It does work. It's just, it's slow, you know? Counterflow cooling, or using the sour gas to heat up steam turbines. The gas movement is just so slow, I don't think it's worth it. Oh, the gas level is dropped, and I'm crushing oxygen? Okay, we're turning this off. Yeah, until the pressure builds up. Until the pressure builds up. The bead pump, I see a geek. I see you over there. Geek likes the sandbox strats, I see. Kappa. Oh, I never actually built this. So this is supposed to be a 2-generator setup. We will use iron. 1, 2, jumbo battery. And then this is going to be how we pump out the area. It's not ready yet, but it's almost there. We could come in from the right side. Alright, so mine this out. And I think we want to mine this out as well. And then I want to seal this up when we can. We are not going to be powering this yet. And I can go through here. So we need the airflow here. Go through this setup, go through that setup, up, 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 over. If I need to go inside, I still need to push out. Oh, this is moppable. Let's go. I still need to push this out, and then I need the rest of this to spill out. Bead pump pretty plausible even to survival. Used once to suck out all the O2 for rockets and DLC once. Oh, I see you guys over there. You guys did the extra steps for that, huh? Pretty impressive, pretty impressive. Alright, so we have oil here we need to push out. I'll try to mop that up. Should be okay. And then I think it's going to be time to start setting up the automation. Because I think... yes, this is okay now. We get fire pole to the bottom, which means we have a lot more manpower. So we're going to want to check out a couple things. Give me a second, you guys. I think we're going to need... Yeah. Alright, so... we need to do an automation setup for this to work properly. So let's see what we need to do. So we know that we have poor Dupes' feet get wet when he took off suits. All right, we'll mop that up, man. We'll mop that up. I mean, that's the only way we have stress in the colony. If there's no stress in the colony, will the Dupes even remember what stress is? They don't think it be like it is, man, but it do. Really do be like that sometimes. All right, so we need to bring all those liquids out. Alright, so sweep liquid, this and that. What are you mopping? There's nothing to mop. Yeah, man, they gotta have... Sometimes, you remember the quote from Butters, from South Park? Every time something sad happens, it's a reminder that, you know, it's real. The happiness. A little bit of sadness makes me understand that when something good happens, I know when it happened. Oh, wait, what does Butters say in the quote when he's talking to the emo kids? Y'all remember that scene I'm talking about? Y'all remember that scene I'm talking about? You gotta take the good with the bad. Alright, so let's start setting this up. We're gonna wait for the autosave lag. Okay, so we need to do a couple things. First things first, I am going to be setting up a couple of sensors. This is going to be, I think, liquid elements. Right at the door tile right here. It's going to be made out of steel because it's going to be submerged in lava. Also need a hydro sensor, same thing, made out of steel. And then we're going to need some gate sensors. I believe this is going to be an AND gate. Probably like this. Probably made out of steel. It's going to melt. And I probably want a NOT gate because of how this works. We send a green signal. Wait, steel. So this sends a green signal. For me to get a red signal from that, we have to add a NOT gate. So we're going to do that. And then this is going to be a connection. Probably use steel for all of this. So here to here, here to here, here to here. That goes into this gate. This is going to be one of the gates we're going to use to control this door, basically. So this door only opens if there's no magma in here. This door is going to be opening up to the first storage so that we could have a controlled spillway, which is what we have at the bottom. Next thing we're going to need is a second AND gate because we're going to have other triggers. Go like this. Go like that. This probably should be fine to do this. It's going to look really jank, though, because of all the wiring. So this is going to go like that. I probably keep that lock. We're not going to touch that door yet. This goes into here. And then I need to have another sensor. So we need another hydro sensor gate here so that we don't open the door when the magma here doesn't have any. And then I need another AND gate for that. Because I think there's going to be a door sensor from the bottom. So that's going to mean we have something like this. That's going to be mad jank, but it is what it is. And then I need to do the steel here. This goes down. This goes all the way around. And then that goes into here. Yes. All right, cool, cool, cool. So now we got to do the trigger from the weight plate that we have down here. So that is going to be a XOR gate, I believe, because of how the trigger sensors happen. So I will have... How would this work? Do I want to have a fail-safe button? I could put that here. It's separate. So we will have a filter gate for this, huh? Okay. So it's going to be a setup... I probably do the filters first. So steel. We're going to filter this. Maybe I should put it on this side, because I could just stand on that side and do the wiring. Yeah, that's probably fine. Put it on both sides. So this goes in like this, like that. This goes into something else. So this filter is going to be different triggers. So this is going to be on 1 second. This is going to be on 3 seconds or something like that. And then we're going to need the XOR gate afterwards. That goes into here. But it's a little bit weird, right? Because of how I want this to work. So XOR does not work if it's... XOR only works if it's red and green. So we're pulling it off the same sensor. It's a little bit weird, but it does work. And then this goes into the door. And then after that, we need to NOT gate that. Because I don't want this door to be open while that door opens.